All right, man. Welcome to the 290 Mo podcast. I appreciate your time. If you could, introduce yourself for my viewers and listeners.
Much love. Yo, 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 it's your boy Lyrik in the building. Rapper and singer artist from the South Side Chicago. You know, I just dropped my new album, Moe Vision. Out now on all platforms, man. Let's get it.
Okay. So, I know you doing your thing right now, but you know what I'm saying. For the people who don't know, you know what I'm saying. I'm just personally getting to meet you. So if you don't mind, we're gonna start from the beginning.
Man, like I say, South Side Chicago, Gage Park. People that know I'm from Gage Park. Born and raised. I grew up on music, you know. I started I rap and I sing, but I consider myself like mainly a rap lyricist because that's how I came up.
Which one came first, the rapping or the singing?
Rapping.
Okay.
I came up as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I grew up to people like Pac, Biggie, Twista, Ludacris. You know, my favorite rapper today, J. Cole, Dave East, rest in peace, Nipsey. I rock with Ross, just a lot of people, you know. And then on the R&B side, I grew up to people like Mary J. Blige, Do or Die, T-Pain, you know what I'm saying? And then one of my favorite singers today is Jhené Aiko. My favorite singer is Chris Brown.
Okay.
Like, so I just got a blend of just people who raised me in music, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the artists. And I just always wanted to rap because growing up around older siblings, they was playing, I ain't have a choice. They was always playing rap music that I, you know, just around me as a young sibling. And so eventually I grasped and said, I want to rap too. I was listening to 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, and I tried to emulate that. I tried to emulate that when I was like 12 years old. It didn't work out because I found myself literally copying the lyrics, just changed up a few things. But then, you know, eventually I found my way and started writing. I got in the studio like 14 years old, and it was a rap, you know.
Man, Joe, you just answered like 5 of my questions before I even got to ask them, Joe.
Hey, look, man, you know, I one thing I can say, I'm big on my story, bro. So it's like when people ask me that, I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna really give it to you. You feel me?
I'm still finna gut you though. So
talk to me.
When did the love for music, you know what I'm saying? Because music is part of everybody's life, you know what I'm saying? Especially growing up, you know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So when did the love, you know what I'm saying? We was like, you want to make your own music. Well, do you remember when that was like?
Man, once
was you rap battling in the lunchroom? Was you just
I ain't grow up in that type of environment. Granted, you know, growing up, kids would still be doing a little on the lunch table,
sure.
You know, trying to make beats. But I was never really into that for real. One, I don't really freestyle, and then two, I'm not really into that, you know. So I've always stayed in my own lane. Growing up, I always told myself I wanted to rap. And then by the time I was 13, I always even told people like, I'm gonna be a rapper. The shorties didn't believe me. I started writing music.
Who did you see that made you want to be a rapper?
Who did I see?
Yeah. Or was it just the
whole me being exposed to music. That's what started.
Did you have a favorite rapper growing up?
Back in the day when I was a shorty, I'd say it was between Luda and T.I., really T.I. That's where I found my first favorite rapper. T.I., and then time progresses. Meek Mill was one of them, because I'm like, who is this dude that's standing next to Ross? You know what I'm saying? He hard. Oh, this yelling dude. But like, you know, so he was one of them, and then J. Cole evolved into one of my favorite rappers, you know? So I've always been into just the lyricism because I always told myself I wanted to tell my story. Growing up, I was a big fan of Chris Brown, but I wasn't singing at the time. You know, I love to sing outside of me wanting to be an artist, but I wasn't really confident with my voice. But watching Chris Brown, he dance and sing. I was like, well, you know what? I want to tell my story and express myself through music videos, but I can't dance or I can't sing. That's what I told myself at the time. So I was like, you know, I study rap. I was already exposed to the music. So I just started trying to write songs, trying to get my brother to write songs with me, get my nephew to write songs with me. Like, we can do this. I had the vision before I even really started writing music. That's how strong I was into just wanting to become a rapper. I said, look, we finna get us out the hood. I was 13 years old saying that we gonna get ourselves out the hood. I'm gonna get my twin brother, and my nephew. You know, I was trying to convince all of us to do music, but it turned out me and my twin brother. So ever since then, it just was a big thing, you know, pursuing and really me taking it serious. You know.
Okay. So you make it sound good, man. So tell me about your first experience going to the studio. Like, how did you know what I'm saying? How did you get connected with a studio? Did you look it up in the yellow pages? What was did you go in there with a notebook full of raps? Was you punching in and out? What was that first experience like?
Man, it's crazy because the first time I went to the studio, I ain't paid for it. I was with my twin brother. At the time, I was the rapper.
Identical twins?
Nah, fraternal.
Okay.
Fraternal twins. He's a singer. Like, I sing too, but
y'all
like,
can do like Akon, send a brother to the shows, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard that story. But nah, like, me and my twin brother, we was doing music. We decided we was gonna do music together. That's how I really started. And like, I was known as the rapper. He was known as the singer.
Was it a group?
It wasn't really a group, but we just was always together. Everything I did, he did, vice versa. So we was always together, and our barber found out I rap and he sing. He like, hey, I know a neighborhood engineer and he make beats too. He make his own beats. I can get y'all signed and everything. He probably wasn't really gonna do all that, but he was really selling us this idea like, hey, we can get started and make some money off the music, because he did see the vision in us and what we rapped to him and what we sung to him. So he paid for our first like 2 to 3 sessions. You know, I remember the engineer too. He made beats. His name was Wiz on the beat. Wiz on the beat. Shout out to Wiz on the beat. He was our first person who recorded. Where I got my music recorded from. Wiz on the beat. You know, he recorded us and he made the beats. I didn't know how these beats was getting paid for, because the money wasn't coming out of our pockets. But it happened. You know, our barber, he seen the vision. And ever since then, you know, eventually that stopped, but we like, nah, we got to keep this going.
Okay.
And so now I'm here.
Talk to me about the subject matter of the music y'all created that day, going in your first time. Was you still emulating 50 at that time, or did y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we was so in tune with just finding our own sound. Like, we was sitting in the studio for hours coming up with writing songs to the beats that the guy made. Again, we didn't know how we was paying for this or who paid for it. Somebody did, because it was a comfortable setting. It wasn't like they was waiting for us to pay for anything. You know, we was just working and recording, writing some of the songs. And we had, how many songs we probably recorded? Like a good 3 or 4 just within the span of a few sessions. And one of the songs, I actually had an R&B song where I was singing, and I knew how to write, but I wasn't always confident in my singing. So I was really trying to experiment with the rapping and the singing, but I kind of left it to my brother, because I knew he had the actual voice without feeling like he needed to shy away from it. I knew I was great at rapping. You know, when I wrote my songs, I knew I was great at rapping, but I wanted to sing too. I just wasn't all the way comfortable with my voice. People would tell me my voice too deep. So I believed that and just sat down. But when I recorded one singing song, my brother was like, he helped me convince myself, like, yeah, this sounds legit. This sounds legit. This sounds like a song that would be on the radio. And it was like, I think that song was, I used the T-Pain beat from one of his old albums, and I think it was something like Studio, in the studio or something like that. But I was singing.
I think I need to look that up. I think that was my shit. I think I need to add
You
that.
might know the song, but I had a singing song, not emulating it, but I wrote a song different from that. And man, for me to have wrote that and been able to lay it down with me singing, I was proud of myself at that time. I was 14.
Okay.
I was 14.
Are you and your twin still creating music today?
I'm 24 today.
I said, is you and your twin still creating music?
Yeah, absolutely. He actually on my new album.
Okay.
He's on my new album, which is my second album, but he's on my my last album, which is my first, called Ventilations, but my album called Four-Way Vision today, he's on that, on a couple songs. He's making music. We still make music together. We got more music coming soon together. We that's my brother, so it's not we locked in. That's just a given.
So the chemistry,
the chemistry is automatically.
He
hit
music.
me up, or I hit him up. It's whatever.
Okay. Do you send him a verse, or do y'all listen to music together and come up with concepts?
Well, we usually come up with the concept together. If he hit me with a beat like, "Hey, I want you on this," or I might want him on something, just like I did for the few songs that he got featured on my album. That's what the process was like. Shout out to my brother Prince Q. He actually got an EP coming soon. Shout out to him for that. So.
Okay, for sure. Shout out. Okay, more specifically, talk to me about your creative process. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to the studio with all your raps already? Do you listen to the music and then write? Do you write and then find the music? What's your personal creative process like? Me
personally, I gotta have the music written already.
No beat?
Nah, yeah, with the beat. Yeah, with the beat. I had the beats. And I just go on the spurge of just writing, you know what I'm saying? Because me, when I go in the studio record, I like to be able to take advantage of my time. I don't like to waste time in the studio not getting the work done. You know what I'm saying? So it usually don't take that long for me to write a song, depending on how passionate I am about the song and the topic, whatever I'm talking about in the song. And then it don't even matter if I'm rapping, singing, doing both in the song. I'm a fluent writer. I can say I'm confident in the way that I write, you know, because I usually get songs done and I practice for days at a time, and then I go in the studio. That's just how I like to have my music ready. I don't like to go in there. It's only been a few sessions where I actually I punch in, you know. I punch in without actually having music written already. I had a beat, but I haven't written anything. It's only been a few occasions.
Okay. With you being a writer like that, when you creating music, do you be consciously think to yourself like, I gotta make one for the females, I gotta make one for the club, I gotta make one?
I ain't gonna lie, I do.
And where did that, you know what I'm saying? Did somebody teach you that, or was that something you learned over time putting out music? Where did you?
I had to learn that. I had to learn it, man. You know, I'm a student of the game. Like I want to be myself in my music. I want to be just as real and authentic as possible. But over time, I've also learned people got to be able to receive the music. And not everybody on that, you know, some people call it backpack rap, or, you know, just a certain type of style. You got to be versatile. I learned that early on. So I eventually learned, like, okay, I got to have a song for the ladies. I got to have something, like, even if whatever the song is about, it got to be able to get played in a large setting, you know. Or, you know, I think about the car rides. I think about when I got my heart broken. You know, I think about me trying to make it out the hood. You know, I'm thinking about all these different scenarios because all these things I've been through and experienced. So it's nothing I gotta cap about or fabricate. You know, it's all about me just yawning in on my experiences and just feeding people everything, giving people everything I got. So
okay. So is that also how you looked at the album when you was constructing the album, and more specifically, talk to me about the subject, your overall subject matter.
You know, with my album Four-Way Vision, that's exactly how I wanted it to be. Me just covering everything. I wanted to Four-Way Vision is just the epitome of. Four-Way Vision is the epitome of my life from different angles, you know, different viewpoints. Everything that all of my experiences, good, bad, the ugly, happy, sad, whatever, you know. I've been through a lot. I've experienced a lot of things in my 24 years of life. So I don't want to miss a beat on nothing. I don't want nobody to listen to my album and feel like, damn, you should have had this type of record. Now, but when I do it, I ain't gonna force it though, because I done studied the game. I done studied myself. I'm gonna make sure that it's authentic to me, but I'm still doing all these different things that I'm capable of. You know, I just want to give the world all of me, you know, from the way that I write rap songs, the bars, the metaphors, the crazy punchlines. But then also when I sing, I want to give you these soft melodies, these certain notes that I can hit, the storytelling through love, heartbreak, you know, just taking people through these different journeys with me, and being passionate through the lyrics and the way I deliver the music. I wanted to give people everything.
Okay, and just still staying on that topic of everything. Out of everything, what's your favorite part about the whole process of creating music?
Out of just creating music,
the whole process from the shows to the music videos, the whole everything under the umbrella.
Man,
what would you say your favorite part had to be?
It's hard for me to choose. Somebody else asked me this question. I don't remember who asked me that. Well, regardless, somebody else asked me this question.
You should be ready for it.
But really, honestly, I can't think of one thing, though. Oh, yeah? That's the issue, because I just enjoy the process of getting things done. It's not, I enjoy writing the music. When I'm done writing the song and I completed it, I probably wrote that song, full song, 2 verses, a hook, and maybe even an intro or outro. I wrote all that in like 15, 30 consistent minutes. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great song. It turned out to be a great song, so I enjoy that. But then I enjoy the shows too. I enjoy watching people actually, I'm giving people eye contact during my shows and seeing people tap in with me like, oh, he nice. You can tell when people look at you a certain way. I enjoy the show part, but then I enjoy recording the music as well. I enjoy going out, networking with people and connecting with people that think like me and on the same type of mission as me, been through the same type of stuff as me. I enjoy it all. It's just the process that I enjoy.
Okay.
It's the process. So I can't pick one. Okay. The one thing is the process.
Okay. That's a tough one for you. Try this one. What was the highlight of your musical career up to this point?
The highlight?
You personally.
One highlight.
A night, if you can live it over one more time. Not
of my music career.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. Let me think. One highlight that I would love to go back to if I could. One experience, one moment.
Just your personal highlight, man. If you could, if you had to show somebody a flashback, executive, you know what I'm saying, or something.
Man, I have to go to my album listening party. That was probably most people would think it's a show or.
Did you perform or you just played?
No,
music?
It was just me inviting people out to listen to the album the day of. You know, my album dropped at midnight. That following night, I had the release party, the album release listening party. People came out. For me, it was personally a big thing because that was my first time ever throwing a party. So with the help of my manager, Stacy, she helped that come to life for me. You know, big shout out to Stacy Nick. She helped that come to life for me. But it was a big moment for me because it really made me understand and see at a first-hand glimpse, it's people that actually support me enough to come out. You know, as artists, we got a thing. You know what? Sometimes it's a real thing too. Sometimes we fight for people to support us. We want that. We want the support. We want people to hop on board and support us along our journey. And sometimes we feel like we lack it. It's always going to be a time where we feel like we lack in the supporter. But that night was special because I say about like 20 people, 25 people, not a whole 30, but like 25 people came out. And it was an intimate setting. There was nothing but people who care about me and people that love the music from front to back. They actually listened to 23 songs. You know what I'm saying? I really, 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 really appreciate everybody that came out to that party. That meant so damn much to me. If I can go back, I'd go back. But instead, I'm going to just do it again.
Okay.
I'm going to just do it again for my next album.
Okay.
And do it bigger next time. So I'm motivated. I know I can do it with the help of my manager. We're going to do it again for my next album. continue, and branch off, and not even just for album release parties, but just throw parties for when it mattered, you know. We got the capability. That was a moment for me, my album release party.
Okay, for sure. So, with a lot of things being social media based and in people's faces, how do you promote your music to get it out to man? You mentioned the album release party. Those definitely dope ways. But what are some other ways that you promote your music, that you have learned to promote your music to reach a wide audience?
Definitely, you know, that was one of the big stepping stones between when I first announced that my album was dropping to when it dropped. That was one of the first things that I did, was the album release party, to get people out. That's the easiest way to get people out, and actually now that they didn't already had the album by then, or when it dropped at midnight. But also doing what I'm doing here, getting on platforms like this with the performance video. I've been trying to do this forever. So the fact that you know, I was able to connect with you, amazing, bro. I really appreciate you on the platform, because these are the type of platforms that I know that matters, and especially in the culture of hip hop. Because I'm like I say, I'm a student of the game. I'm just big on just being in people's faces and showing people what I got. And so this is probably one of the greatest type of hip hop platforms you could offer, you know, because just doing what we was doing, that's just it's dope, man. It brings out my passion, you know. So I enjoy stuff like this, doing interviews, doing the media runs, networking events, doing my performances. One of the biggest things that I got a goal to do is to go on tour. I want to tour my album. And so with the help of my manager, we gonna make that happen, because I feel like that's gonna be the biggest thing.
What you want to do, a Midwest, a world, a nationwide, West Coast? What's it looking like?
See.
Yeah,
we gotta talk off camera, my dude.
I just need passes, man.
We gotta talk off camera, dude, because you know something. You know something you ain't supposed to know yet.
Nah, man, I'm just trying to get in where I fit in, man.
You know something you ain't supposed to know yet.
Man, I'm just doing my job, man.
Hey, we gonna talk off camera, but
sure.
hey, man, you on point though. I'll say that.
Okay, and real quick before we leave off the album, it's a question that got away from me, but are there any other features on the album, and how do you feel about working with other artists? You spoke on your brother, but outside of your brother, is it a strenuous process that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, narrow down artists that you want to work with? Or are you open to working with everybody, or you could just speak on the features specifically about how they came about?
Okay, well, I'll start with the features. You know, my brother, that's my twin brother. So. Yeah. I'ma always get a feature from him. He gonna always get a feature from me. He ain't gotta ask. He just gotta send me something that he wants to drop. It's one of those type of things. That's the relationship. Yeah, we in this together. But aside from bro, shout out to Prince Q. We got Kodot. Shout out to Kodot. She's one of the amazing singers on Prayer's Advocate. You know, that's a amazing song on the album. I take so much pride in that record. You know, the way I wrote that song. Before I knew I was gonna have a singer on it, I wrote the song. Like, I take pride, and that's one of the songs that make me realize how great of a writer I know I am. I say that humbly, you know.
No, for sure.
I'm not cocky about it, but I know I'm aware that my skills is literally just A1 when it comes to writing. You know, Kodot. Shout out to my dude Ryan J. You know, he from New Jersey, but you know we linked up because he go to my college. Paul Quinn College in Dallas, Texas. So he one of the amazing lyricists that I know. Shout out to my guy Nate Grams. He from the city. They call him the street preacher. You know, Grams. Much love to Nate Grams. Much love to Nelly J. She's an amazing female rapper. She was on my record called RNGK, aka Real Niggas Gotta Know. Job well done, man. She really just helped me put that record together so well. She actually found the beat for me. So shout out to her, because without her, I wouldn't have had the record at all, really. So that was let me see who else. Shout out to my group La Familia. Okay. La Familia, we got Baby Boy, we got Josh, we got Young Day, myself, and my twin brother Prince Q. It's all 5 of us in the group called La Familia. They on my track called The Cycle. and we put that together. That was actually a reoccurring feature from my last album, Ventilations. The reason why I brought it back, resurfaced it, and decided to put it on my second album, Moe Visionz, is because I knew I wanted to actually do the right thing in regards to marketing that song. I want to film a video to that. So I'll give y'all a snippet to that a video to that song will be coming soon. But yeah, shout out to all the features. If I missed anybody, I love y'all. All the features that's on my album, Moe Visionz. But just in regards to your question about if the process of features is tedious, it can be, but it don't have to be. It can be tedious, but it don't have to be. If you reach out to people that you know rock with you, and that you rock with them, the relationship, the communication usually good. But if you reaching out to somebody that's brand new, you don't know them from a can of paint, that process could be difficult because you might be on a time schedule. You might got a due date, but you trying to squeeze a song in, or somebody just hit you up that's from not in the same location as you. They trying to do a feature with you, squeeze a song in. You trying to figure out how you gonna slide it through before your due date. When you gonna book a session, when they can get it done, because now you got to send it to them, and when they gonna get it done. Luckily, I'd say the best example of that, I know I'm talking a lot, but the best example of that would be Saucy
That's
Indy.
what we here for, man.
Saucy Indy. Shout out to Saucy Indy. She's on my record called Different. And that was one of the scenarios where she's from DC, but she taking off in Cali right now. She hit me up because she wanted to feature on my album. And I've been thinking about featuring her on just my music in general. So she hit me up. I exchanged music with her. Like, look, we can get this song done. I went to the studio. Well, I wrote the song, left her open verse, went to the studio, recorded it, and sent her the same day. And sent her the song the same day. And then that next day, she sent me her verse back.
Okay, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the group a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
When was its inception, and are you all brothers? How was the group formed?
So besides my twin brother, La Familia is my homeboys. I grew up with them in Gage Park where I'm from. Like, that's the foundation. La Familia, really. Like, we grew up as just homeboys, and everybody found out we do music. Everybody do music, and we just eventually formed a group. I think our first session, just going to record our own music, but to be in the same environment, one of the engineers was like, y'all should be a group.
Oh yeah, y'all was just having like a writing session or something?
Nah, we already had the music, but we went to record, and meeting the engineer for the first time, I think my guy Young Day, that's a part of the group, he the one who had to connect to this engineer who we all went to record at, and he was just like, y'all should be a group. We kind of took it into consideration. We ain't really like come up with a name or nothing until I think my guy Baby Boy and my brother Prince Q, they on their own time together. I think my brother was at my boy Baby Boy crib, and they was talking about just that idea. I wasn't even in the conversation. I had no clue. And then I think one of them came up with the name La Familia. They agreed. They brought it back to everybody else, the five of us, and boom, we became La Familia.
Okay.
And then we just started doing music. We started in 2015, and then we just, over the span of time, filming videos, all the way to 2018, 2017. But then we took a break. People pursuing their solo careers, like myself, Prince Q, Baby Boy, Josh, Young Day. We all pursuing our solo careers, so we gotta take a break like any other group, But we resurfaced and trying to really bring the traction back for the group, because big things could come from that. So I definitely is working with them on some big things right now.
What's that album in the works, or
some big things right now?
Okay,
Some big things. I can tell you off camera.
All right, man. I got a couple more before I let you get up out of here, man. So you spoke on your passion for the game. When it's said and done, what do you hope to get out of it? Like, what's your goal? Is it the money? Is it the love, or just love of hip hop? You just want to put out music? What's you want to label? What's the end goal when you sit back in your rocking chair? What's it all gonna look like?
Man, I think it's a mashup of all of it, really, cause like, we all want to be fed and become rich off what we
For
do.
sure.
You know what I'm saying, to the highest power. But
sure.
like, really, for me, the passion drives me more to, man, what I do as a rap lyricist and then as a powerful singer. I believe, I just want to be considered a legend. I'm doing the work now. I'm doing the groundwork now, dropping albums, not EPs, not mixtapes. I'm putting together full project albums because that's what I grew up on. And with that, in regards to my career, I just know that's going to drive me to the right path when it comes to the way people receive my music. I'm doing this for the sake of being timeless, being myself and giving people me and who I am in a timeless way, so that 10, 15, 20 years from now, people could say my name Lyrik and put it under legend, and nobody is able to question that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Also, like now I got a beginning stage record label, Lyrik Nation Records. So years from now, I want to have a whole squad of people on my label who I believe in, and the business is right. It's a successful record label. On down the line, when I'm successful as a music artist and able to fuel other artists as well along the way. But I got to get myself in the door first. Okay. I got to get myself first. I got to get myself in the door first. So, but I started the foundation now with my Lyrik Nation Records label. That's something I want to be cemented in the game, because I know how powerful a label is. Especially with artists, I just want to be able to do it right, because I've seen so many examples where it went wrong for the artist signed to another artist. So I want to be a great example of how it could be possible when the business is right and you actually want to be there. Mm-hmm. So that I want to get into acting. I want to do so much, man. I want to do so much. All in the realm of just me being considered a legend and just being an impact to the culture in every way possible. Everything that I grew up on, I want hands in that and being considered a legend. So.
Okay. Who would you say you make music for?
Who do I make music for? I make music for the people that's that go through regular day-to-day issues. People who go through trials and tribulations, but they trying every day, trying to make it out the hood, trying to feed their family, stuck in certain living conditions, but they know it's better, it's more coming their way. I make the music for the lovers, the people who got their heart broken. I make music for people who got morals, respect. That's who I make my music for.
Okay, that's definitely honorable. So, man, before you get up out of here, man, just let the people know what you got going on right now, what you got coming up, and where they can find you, where they can follow you, where they can buy the album, you know what I'm saying, where they can reach out to you for a future. Just go ahead, let you know.
Much love to you, man, for allowing me on this platform, man. It's definitely a big deal for the culture, man. Keep going. I want you to really, do your thing. I really appreciate this platform. Also, I got a new album out called 4-Way Vision. 4-Way Vision is out now on all platforms. Go get it everywhere. Go stream it. Make your videos, vibe to it. Man, y'all can catch me doing more shows. Man, more music coming soon. More music, more features. I'm doing everything, man. Y'all get up with me, man. There's so much in store. Man, just stay tapped in with me, man. I love y'all for real, for real.
Okay. Go ahead, let the people know where they can find you on social media, where they can buy the album, and where they can hit you up if they want to network, do some business with how you can perform, put you on their tour, man. They heard you put that in the universe, man.
Definitely putting that in the universe. I definitely want to go on tour, man. Even if I got to start my own tour, but I'm willing to feature on others as well. Y'all can find my album 4-Way Vision on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere. Y'all can find me on all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and even TikTok. The real _ Lyrik. Lyrik is spelled with a K, not a C. The real _ Lyrik. Y'all get up with me, man. Facebook, Lyrik Nation. My new album, 4-Way Vision by your boy Lyrik, is out now. Let's get it.
All right, man. Appreciate your time, man. I definitely know I'm gonna have to have you back, man. You putting in real work, man. So we definitely gonna have to come back and talk about the evolution and what you got coming up.
Most definitely, man. I'll be looking forward.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, take it easy.
Much love.